Hey everyone, thanks for checking out another episode of Wonderful Garbage. It's Angela and Julia. Hey Julia.
Hi, Girly. How are you?
Oh, I've been looking forward to this all day. It's
Yeah,
been
and
a
I
bit.
made you wait an extra 30 minutes because my computer wouldn't turn on.
That was literally me this morning. My laptop was really slow and I worked from home and I could not connect and the IT people could not help me log into work this morning. So
Oh
it's just
man, can't work. Bummer.
I know, I was like, ooh, hey, boss. I'm gonna be hella late logging on because literally nothing is working. Ah, it was fun. It was a great day. All right, there's like so much that happened this week.
Yes.
And I know it's like none of our business and we don't know these people, but we love Paige. And she gave an update of her and Craig's breakup on Giggly Squad this week, and it was like eye-opening, right?
Um, yeah, about Craig.
Yeah.
Um, Paige, like, she never disappoints. And she is such a girl's girl. And she was like, I'm gonna clear this up right now. And she said the girls are here. Like this is for the girls.
Yeah.
And I just love that she's not letting us wonder, you know.
I know, because there was a minute that I was like, oh shit, like, what's going on? Like, also, she is single. So, like, the minute you're single, go do what you want, right?
Yeah.
So, Paige went on Giggly Squad this week and shared that her and Craig actually broke up Thanksgiving weekend. Then Press for Southern Charm was starting that following week. She told Craig she was fine with him doing press as if they were still together or not mentioning the breakup, nothing like that if he wasn't ready. Clearly he wasn't. Um because she knew that this was a big deal and he was going through it and wanted to be sensitive to his feelings. Like, could you imagine, like, still considering him after their breakup, right?
Could I imagine? Could I just made this guy dinner last night.
Oh, well, again, you are just adding the good points to your life. Like, so when you are up there, they're like, oh my goodness, Julia, you were so nice to this man who was like not deserving. Go you, skip the line, go hang out in the VIP section. Like, that's what you're going to be getting.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. But there's so much more I want to say, but I won't.
We'll save that for girls' night.
Save it for girls' night when we're not filming anything. Um, Craig goes and does press as if they are still together, talking about how much he's so proud of her, she's so hardworking, all these positives about a relationship, as if next steps were coming towards like engagement, things like that. And I just feel like maybe what he was saying were like the reasons that she wanted to break up, right? Her career is going, they're just not on the same page. I'm wondering if he was like, maybe I can win her back if I go out and I'm saying all the concerns that she had for the breakup and show that like I'm really good with it, which like don't do that. Don't string yourself along in a situation that at the end of the day is not the best situation for you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see your train of thought there. With
But also
Craig.
he's a liar.
Yes, he is a liar. And we've known this because we've been watching him on our screens for what, 9, 8 something years, something like that.
Yeah.
And he just like made it so clear to us how good of a liar he is, because I mean, I will say, like, he had everyone fooled on these recordings that he did and on his own video that he recorded on his doorstep like a week or so after Paige made her first statement on the pod, and he makes it seem like this just happened, and that he was like blindsided and all of this. Maybe he still was blindsided, but sir, you are almost 2 months out of this, acting like this. Like,
Oh yeah, no, I felt so bad for Craig. And I do feel a little bad because it didn't end up how he wanted it to.
yes.
But yeah, so they break up Thanksgiving weekend. Craig goes out New Year's weekend, single Craig. Paige is like, okay, cool. We are at the point where we can announce this. She releases the Giggly Squad episode the day before New Year's Eve. We were all freaking out. uh, Julia and I did a little like breakup thoughts episode for that because we are both girlies in our mid-30s. So we did an episode if you want to check it out. But then Craig, yeah, he does that post on a stoop. And I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
And now it's 2 months since the breakup, more than 2 months at this point. They filmed the Southern Charm reunion today. It's going to be on Watch What Happens Live tonight. Andy says there's so many questions to ask. And I don't know, it's just crazy the way that Paige was villainized, the
Yeah.
way that everyone just turned on her, and it just really shows the power of like the media and misogyny.
Yeah. Mainly, yeah, misogyny, 100%. It's nothing that we are like surprised about. This is how the internet works. But I do think that there's probably more girlies. Obviously, this is Bravo, like
Yeah.
Bravo's for the girls and the gays. Like, I don't, most straight men are not watching Bravo unless their girl or gay is making them. Straight guys do have gays. Um, but so like straight guys having an opinion in this situation, like get it out of here. Your opinion
Well,
doesn't matter in Bravo world. And I am so excited. We just got this mid-season trailer, and I told you like we've seen a little bit more of like Paige and Craig being shown in Charm recently over the past couple of weeks, and I feel like we're going to see more. Like, I have a feeling that producers probably went in and they've probably added more Paige and Craig now that this has happened, and this is like people want to see that, they're
yeah,
not dumb.
yeah.
So and we see clips of it in the mid-season trailers. So I think we're going to start to see like kind of the crumble of them. But I truly think it's just that they just weren't on the same page in life. And
Oh, 100%.
she's not moving to South Carolina.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And just because you want your partner to have a baby or you want your partner to make this next big choice in life doesn't mean that they need to. They do
yeah,
it when they're ready to. And she wasn't ready to.
yeah,
And she did the most mature thing, which was breaking up and not stringing him along anymore because it just wasn't going to happen in the timeline that he wanted. So go find someone who fits that timeline. But in the mid-season trailer, we see the cameras pick back up Shep, Craig, and Austin film post breakup, and he's like, "Yeah, she told me to buy her a ring, so I went and bought a ring, and then this happens."
yeah. And I honestly, like, I don't believe that.
I just like,
I really don't believe that. I don't believe Paige isn't that finicky to say, go buy me a ring and then break up with him unless some shit went down. So she said they broke up Thanksgiving weekend. They were at her parents' house. Maybe
mm-hmm,
something went down and she was just like, this is not the guy.
yeah,
And on that, I listened to, we'll come back to more, but like I listened to Carl on the Viall Files, and he did say like um things happened that he thinks made Paige realize that, like, they were not compatible.
Interesting, man. Summer House. I can't wait. It premieres next week.
I know, can't
We're
wait.
gonna have so many thoughts about it. Yeah. So the Southern Charm reunion film today, JT's there, or apparently he's there. He's on the seating chart. Julia thinks he didn't show up.
Well, because he made a statement that he was done. You
Yeah.
know, he had said that he wasn't going to be filming any more confessionals and like he was done. Now, we do know, I can't remember who, someone, housewife, didn't want to go to a reunion or whatever. And we learned that, like, you don't get paid in full for your season unless you go to the reunion. So maybe JT was like, I need my check, so
Yeah.
I'm going to go. But I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so then Andy did a little video with Craig, like, hey, lunch break, Southern Charm, reunion day. Craig's gonna be on Watch What Happens Live. Craig, I have so many questions for you about your relationship. And he was like, yeah. He said he's nervous to talk about it. He hasn't talked about it in a couple of months. He says he's going to be honest and hopefully kind.
I know. And he said, I'm going to be honest and kind. And then he said, but then he stopped himself.
Oh, yeah.
Said, hopefully kind. Like, why do you need to add in that hopefully? Like,
Why are
what?
you being a petty little ass?
And why do we need to not be kind? Ugh, guy who lives in my house also. Like, it's so easy to just be kind to one another. Like,
Or just shut your mouth.
True.
Be kind or shut your mouth. You heard it here first. Life advice from the garbage girlies. I'll get shirts made with that. Okay. Happy news though in Southern Charm. Madison's pregnant.
We love this.
It's so cute. I mean, they're like, the baby's gonna come out just like gorgeous. Stunning child. But we're happy for them because she had talked about getting pregnant and it wasn't happening. And then Brett's health scares. And so I'm excited to see what she's wearing to the reunion.
Oh, yeah, because she'll have a bump.
Yeah, she'll have a cute little bumpy.
Cute.
I hope she wears pajamas and she's just like, fuck you guys. Or clothing from that new line that she has coming out.
Which is pajamas.
Which is, yeah. Thank you for listening to Viall Files, so I didn't have to.
Yeah. Summer House is one of my, like, home. So anything, regarding that, like, I want to hear what the content. So Carl from Summer House was on. Of course, they talked about Carl and Lindsay's breakup, and this is one of the first interviews Carl has done since then. He just really wanted to take time off to just, like, get his mind right. We do know that they filmed together this past summer. Lindsay was pregnant. He said it was kind of weird and took a minute to, like, get into it, but they did have a couple of moments, like, where they spoke. He said there was, like, a time they kind of got into it.
Those pregnancy hormones and then it just being Carl.
Yeah. He also said, like, it was kind of cool, like, because he's sober and she was pregnant, so she was sober. And so they were sober together and they were having mocktails. And so he said that part of it was, a good dynamic. So, of course, I can't wait for all of that. So some of my, like, things that I took away from it. Okay, so Carl's, like, cool and not salty for the majority, right? And then they start talking about how she, like, quickly she got pregnant. He said he was pretty thrown off by that, like, by her dating so soon and getting pregnant. He said he hadn't even had sex with anyone by the time that she was already pregnant.
You don't need to know that, Carl.
Also, the first guy that she started, like, dating or hooking up with was Dustin Lynch. And I guess there were rumors about this, but he confirmed it. And he was supposed to sing at their wedding.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
He was a
I
little
love
bit
that. That's so messy. I love it.
I know. That was the only time that I heard in his voice. He was like, so, yeah. Like, he was
She slept with our wedding singer.
so salty. Um, so he did say, so they asked him, like, have you met the new guy? And he said that they were all at the wedding in Portugal together, and he did not interact with him. But he was like, but it was totally wild because the show was airing at the same time of them being in Portugal together, but not together. So like they're together in the show, but then now in real time while it's airing, they're not together anymore, but they're in Portugal together.
That's just wild. Like, it's crazy, like, the reality, like, the filming timelines, right? Like,
Yes.
you go and you film, and then 6 months or so will pass. You get over what happened, right? Or it's not in your mind as much, or you work through it, and then everything gets brought up again.
Yeah.
That's why reality TV and, like, these shows are so wild, and we get so much content because we get filming content, we get reactive content, like we just get so much from these shows, and they're just fantastic.
Yeah. He did say like the addition of reality stars going into podcasts and doing interviews has created a whole nother, honestly, issue in their shows.
Yeah.
And he said, like, we will see. So he said that this season basically starts right up from the reunion, because the day after the reunion, West went on a podcast or an interview and talked some shit.
Damn.
So Sierra, like, coming into the house, I guess she confronts him about that. And yeah, there's a lot that happened with that. He said he believes this season is better than last. So I have a quote because I just wanted to make sure I got it all in there. So this is talking about what's to come for this new season. He said, new romance with people you want to root for. I was rooting for it, but I was also going, I want to see how this is going to play out. He said, you have the young love that didn't work out with West and Sierra navigating, are they going to be friends or not? Of course, you have Kyle and Amanda and their dynamic.
That's the one, and maybe that's why, like, I just can't get into, like, I like Summer House. It's not a fave for me.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand Kyle, and it's hard just watching Amanda every summer have to put up with his childishness.
I agree. It is starting to,
Starting to, like, wear on you, you know?
Way, yeah, for sure. Okay, so he says, there's a new guy. I like him as a friend. And he just kind of trailed off. And then he said he was just himself. He was a single, good-looking dude, dated a lot of girls, and that created a lot of new things I think we needed in our show. He said basically, like, it was like bringing back the OG Summer House. What?
Did you see the thumbs down bubble?
I did not.
It was like the phone was reacting to the quote. It was like, nah, we're not good with this.
No, we're so excited for it.
Y'all, if you've listened to, like, I think last week's, Julia had 2 iPhone camera reactions in it. We just got a thumbs down one. So if you watch this on video, you're welcome.
So funny. Does it carry over into recording?
Yeah. I'll see it, like, when I record. I don't know how to take this shit off. I think it's funny.
That's hilarious. So yeah, he said basically, like, this new guy, like, brings back the OG Summer House dynamic of people bringing girls home. He said there was a threesome in the house for the first time in Summer House history.
Which I think it's that new guy.
Yeah, it's the new guy. But Nick goes, was it 2 dudes? And he was like, you're gonna have to wait and see. And Nick could like tell from his face and reaction. Nick was like, it was two dudes. And so we'll see how that goes. He was like, I know Kyle already has said this. And so he was like, it's not me and it was not Kyle. So yeah, that was interesting. And then about Paige and Craig, he said she made him a better person. He had said, was it this season? Yeah, I guess this season, when Paige or Craig came to the house, he was like loading non-alcoholic beers into the fridge, and Carl was like excited to like, and he was like, oh wow, non-alcoholic, and he was like, yeah, I'm not drinking, and Carl was all excited to like have that, someone to share that with, and he said he uncovered over time that his behavior was not great at all. And that kind of made this part's not a quote, this is just kind of like a rundown. And he's like, that part made Paige kind of think, I can't be with you if you're like this. Then, quote, he said, I know she dealt with a lot of his ups and downs and challenges through that. And I feel like that kind of got lost in the shuffle. Like it was, Paige is hard on Craig and mean to him. And it's like, no, Paige was actually very gracious and I think helped Craig become a better version of himself. So he would go on to say he was like the Craig that we're seeing in Southern Charm, like this business Craig. And he said, I think it's cool to see, but I'm worried it's too manufactured.
And that's what Shep and Austin have been saying on Southern Charm, that like this isn't the Craig that we know. Okay, did you watch Winter House?
Yeah. Duh.
I think I only watched like 1 or 2 seasons and then I was like, I'm over this. But the season that Craig and Paige were there, like they had just started dating, it gets shit faced all the time and then was so pompous about cleaning. He wasn't going to clean. His family owns a company.
Yeah.
He can just hire, right? And
yeah, he said, I have too much money to clean. And that clip has made its rounds recently because Paige is sitting on the bed next to him. In the clip I saw, they were like, look at Paige dissociate. And disassociate.
Yeah.
You can leave that in. It's just girls being girls.
Yes, we're tired.
And yeah, she totally is. But I think she also is like, oh shit, this is my boyfriend talking like this? Like, ew.
Well, I think that was one of like the main things when she was like, all right, cut the shit. We're not going to do this. I'm not going to be with an asshole like this. So if you want to be with me, get your shit together. And I think that's when we started to see the change in Craig. He stopped drinking liquor because he said he was run his mouth, all these things, right? So maybe it just went to like the other side of him trying to be calm and a tamed person, that he went all the way to the other end of the spectrum, like I'm never gonna do this, like absolutes of like Craig the business guy, because he can't be in the middle of like having a couple drinks and not wanting to run his mouth or something, right? Like I think he was trying so hard that it made it a little more inauthentic.
Yeah.
To himself. I don't know. Man, okay, now I am excited for Summer House.
So excited. The last thing I want to end on, like, let's give a round of applause. Snaps, because my other hand is under Bozzy. I can't move. Carl's been sober for 4 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah. He does dabble in THC, but like,
well, it's a natural plant.
Exactly. It's God made it.
Yeah, it's from the earth.
And yeah, that's it. He did say this was his first time to like publicly admit that he very much enjoyed cocaine. And Cocaine Carl, Lindsay calling him that was the first time he's ever been called that. He's never been called it ever before. His name was Crazy Carl.
Interesting.
Like never Cocaine Carl.
Yeah, that shit was rough, her calling him that. That was like, all right, no. We're not, no matter how pissed you get, like, let's not revert to that. No. Man,
So
congratulations, Carl. That's
oh,
amazing.
it's great. So very happy for him. He has his storefront, his brick and mortar opening up in June or July, he said. And they're not calling it a sober bar or like dry bar, but it is not no alcohol. And so yeah.
Oh, how cute. Good for him. Good for him. Like he's what, Carl 9.0?
Right? Yeah. Hopefully this one sticks.
Yes. Okay. I was thinking about this the other day and I wanted to bring it up last week and I totally forgot. But Stassi's new show, have you
Yeah.
heard anything about it
Nothing.
recently?
No.
Right? I Googled the last article I could find about it was from August. Stassi says, I've seen nothing. And the articles were like it's would come out sometime in the spring. So you would think you would have heard something right now. Maybe it's going to be more of a summer show because she's also supposed to be a guest on Vanderpump Villa.
Yeah, did that actually get picked up again? I think that got canceled.
Right? And so same thing. I Googled, I couldn't find information from like, and just like until last August when they announced Stassi's new show and then her being a guest. So I don't know, TBD, maybe not. I don't know what we're getting. I don't, like, we like Stassi. I just don't know how that show would go. Like, she's not like Queen Bee-esque and Sir anymore, like telling people what to do.
Yeah, I mean, do we know the concept of it or anything?
It's supposed to be she helps a group of friends navigate life, a docu-series type show, a little 30-minute something. But basically, yeah, her with her friends and then like giving life advice.
I don't know. I'm a fan of her, so I'd watch it.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I just nothing can beat old school chaotic Stassi.
No, she's so. I'm the devil, and don't you ever forget it.
Gosh, I love that. I mean, just to get that was the first episode of Vanderpump Rules. We got that in the first.
That was the first episode?
Yes.
Wow.
They all go out to lunch and then you're just like, what am I watching? This is the best thing ever.
Oh, it really was.
I know, take us back. Okay, speaking of new shows, Denise Richards is getting the new show on Bravo.
I'm really here for this. When you first sent it to me, I was like working and not fully paying attention, and I thought she was coming back to OC. Was she on OC or Beverly Hills? Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills because of all the cameos of everybody.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, I'm good with this. But then I was watching Bravo that night and it came on and I was like, oh shit, she's getting her own show. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, Denise Richards and the Wild Things docuseries about her unpredictable family life. So we get to see her daughters and her husband, Aaron, which like he had some negative shit in the press last year. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, like Camille, Garcelle, Kathy, Sutton, and Erica all make appearances in it, which I thought was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Basically the current cast.
No Kyle.
Well, yeah, and I guess Camille and Dorit and Bose, but like half of the cast, I guess.
Yeah.
But it premieres in March on a Tuesday, which Beverly Hills usually comes out on a Tuesday. So I'm assuming it's going to be right after Beverly Hills or something.
Yeah.
Also, she hasn't been on full time since 2020.
Wow. God, her appearance on what was it last season?
Upside Down Jacket?
Just so good. Like every time she was on our screen, it was such chaos. My jaw was just dropped. I will never forget when they had that THC party at Kyle's and she was shit faced and the chef went back into the kitchen and was like, dude, Denise Richards is lit. Like, it was so funny. Yeah, lit.
No, I know that dinner was great. I love seeing her and Garcelle together. I think they're good, like just cute and go Denise. Erica was supposed to get a spinoff, Bet It on Blonde, but that didn't never came out, right?
I
And
don't want
because her
that.
Vegas show like didn't do good, and then or maybe they even canceled it. I don't even remember. But like for Denise to get a little spinoff, Lisa Rinna didn't get a spinoff, like her and her daughters. So
Yeah, Lisa Rinna's a big name, but Denise Richards, like, is Denise Richards,
oh, I know.
you know? And naming it And Her Wild Things, the movie that she is most well known for, like, and it's a very scandalous movie.
Yeah.
So, I don't
And
know.
it was like, is Nev Campbell gonna make a appearance?
I'm so excited for it.
I know, me too. Okay, this was wild. I'm sure you saw this. Marcus Jordan.
Yeah,
Wow. He's our age.
crazy.
I was like, no, I'm not 34. He's not 34. We can't be the same age. But yeah, he got his Lambos stuck on train tracks,
Oh, shit.
going parallel, not even like crossing over,
What?
like parallel as he was like as if he was driving on a train track.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. And then he said that he said thought I was taking a right turn. I'm like, sir, there's no street around there. You are on gravel.
Yikes.
Yeah, which who knows? I don't know, but he was drunk, cop smelled alcohol, he failed the field sobriety, and then he was like, I'm Marcus Jordan.
Oh,
I'm Michael
no.
Jordan's son.
Oh, no.
And it reminded me of Karen from Potomac's DUI footage.
That was my first thought.
Thomas Jefferson's concubine. It's like, girl, what are you even doing?
She said I'm the grand dame. What? In the cop
Some
car.
made up nickname from a reality show. Goodbye, Karen. But then he was like talking shit on the way to jail. Yeah, he was telling the cops, like, I bet y'all feel great about this. You're gonna feel good telling like your supervisor in the morning you arrested Michael Jordan's son. And then they found like a white baggie on him. Yeah. Oh, he asked them to play holiday music in the car.
Oh my god, what?
He said, play some Mariah Carey up in this bitch.
No way.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. Did he literally say play Mariah Carey?
Yeah. Play Mariah Carey up in this bitch.
That's incredible.
Isn't that great? Fuck. And then he came out on Instagram, he posted a story like, I'm just gonna be focusing on my trophy. He's like a basketball store, apparel or something. He's like, I'm gonna be focusing on my store. You're like,
I'm sure you will.
oh, I'm sure you will, you rich ass Mo.
Yeah.
And then Larsa posted something on her Instagram, like a picture or something, and Portia Williams was like, oh shoot, what did she say? I had it in my head. Steppin', not sniffing, or something not sniffing. Something. And then yeah. I was like, oh. Oh, I freaking love the internet, but messy. Okay. Some OC news.
Let's do it.
Gretchen is returning as a friend of. Everyone's back from OC except Alexis. I love that they brought Katie back.
Yeah, she deserved another season.
Yeah, like, I think she will do well. Just don't bring up paparazzi ever again to Heather Dubrow. But Gretchen was on for 4 seasons, from season 4 through season 8, and then got fired. I totally forgot all about this. Like, how she proposed to Slade, and like I must have blocked it out of my mind.
I don't remember that at all.
Right?
I'm gonna have to go rewatch.
Same. I rewatched the finale of that because it happened before, like the episode before the finale, episode 8. Go look at it. But yeah, she writes him a song, plays it on his podcast that he used to have. Now, if Slade Smiley can get paid to have a podcast, we surely can.
Yes.
So if anyone out there wants to sign, we are willing and welcomed. His podcast co-host like plays her song and he's like, "What's this? This wasn't the music I had set up." Like, and it's a whole song about like loving you, and then asks in the song like, "Will you marry me?"
Oh my gosh.
Then he changes into a tux, gets driven to the airport, gets flown in a helicopter to meet her.
Where?
On top of some fucking building, I don't know. And wanted to propose on top of a building because he makes her feel like she's on top of the world.
Wow.
Gag me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but she did all that shit for him. And then she had like an engagement party, but didn't invite any of the ladies because they all hated Slade. They're still not married. They're just engaged.
Still now?
Yeah, they've never gotten married. I know.
That's really weird.
I know. So yeah, she's coming back. I mean, also she like wasn't really friends with anyone at that point. Like her and Vicky and Tamara were always fighting. Slade was talking shit about Vicky. He was just an asshole to like every single woman on that show.
Yeah.
I think it's good that she's coming back as a friend of.
I agree. I think that'll eliminate him from the play.
I know.
I don't think anyone really wants to see him. So yeah, as a friend of,
Yeah.
should be a good role. But whose friend is she?
I know. Yeah. I know. Because her and Shannon never overlapped. I think Shannon came on after.
Actually, I think that I heard,
Heather.
Ben and Ronnie were talking about she's friends with Jen.
They had been posting, yeah. So Jen and Katie now, they've been posting with her. Heather's friends with her. I don't think they like hang out, but she's friends with her.
I honestly feel like Heather would be friends with anyone, even though she's like mean and doesn't want to act like or let people think that she'll be friends with them.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like she would be friends with anyone. I don't like.
For as stuck up as she is.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, she wants to be accepted.
Yeah, she wants everyone to like her.
Yeah. And so she'll just be friends with anyone.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, let me call her up. Slide in here.
She's so boring.
But she's rich.
She's not giving that money to anyone.
Maybe she has some connections. Help me, I'm poor. Gosh, just more legal shit with It Ends With Us.
Dude, right before, you sent me that, so that what's his page, Be Kind?
Yeah,
is that right?
Be Better, which that is a honey company. They make organic honey.
Yeah.
It's like $80 a jar, but it's supposed to be like super fucking healing. Because I was like, what does Be Better mean? This guy's only been posting social media, pop culture content. Like, what does this have to do? And it's like his company with his grandma is Nona.
Oh, so sweet. Yeah, love him so much. But he just posted today. I feel like this was almost like a 911 emergency post.
Yeah.
And his latest video was deleted. I think maybe it was part of, he's been doing like a series and it was like part 6 or 7.
Yeah, part 6 got deleted.
And yeah, so it got deleted and he's like, y'all have 24 hours to fix this and put my video back up or I'm suing Blake and TikTok. And like, yeah.
But apparently it's only blocked in the US.
US, right.
Other people were like, no, I can see it. I live in Canada. I'm here. I'm there. Your part's still up. They've only blocked it in the US, which is some shady ass shit.
Dude, Blake is...
It's looking so bad.
She will never recover from this. Like, she and Ryan are done for. Oh my God. I saw Martha Stewart. Did we share this clip with each other?
I don't know.
Martha Stewart on a, like, game show type of thing.
Okay, no, I haven't seen it.
How did I not send it to you? So she was on a game show, and he asked her, oh man, I can't remember what he asked her, but she was like, Ryan Reynolds is not a funny guy. He acts funny. He's my neighbor. I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying
Oh,
this. And
shit.
she was like, but he is not who he portrays himself to be. He is not a funny, nice guy. He's actually very serious. And,
Fuck.
yeah.
That's insane. I mean, just who would have thought this would be the fall of Blake and Ryan? But yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's just wild because these TikTokers are going to be included in these court cases of finding evidence. The way that people have gathered information and have read the lawsuits through and through, like that guy
Yeah.
Be Better, he's doing a whole storyboard. He bought a big old fucking board and he's doing a
And he
chronological
said
timeline.
he said something about like how he and the other content creators are like getting hated on for this, but they have been contacted by like lawyers
Yeah.
and people within the trial to like, because the information that they have discovered, these social media just, you know, no one, or they're not no one, we very much appreciate and love them, but they're just discovering all of this information that's actually helping the lawyers.
And
That's
it's all
wild.
like unbiasedly found, right? It's
Yeah.
not a one party finding it to serve their interest. It's all fair and square stuff that they're just digging up information on so they can use. Oh, it's amazing. But okay, Justin's website is now out. It includes the lawsuit. I mean, it's fucking wild.
I can't believe he did that. Like, that was like just perfection. Like, yeah, petty and messy AF, but like,
But oh, you're
not.
gonna come for me? Oh, you're
Yes.
coming for me? Okay, let's go. I can't wait. I'm ready. I'm gonna put all this shit out there because at the end of the day, I know I stayed true to myself and I did exactly, or like all of it. It's just insane. I'm like heated. Did you see that Taylor Swift is annoyed with Blake?
Yes, thank goodness.
I know. Yeah, I'm liking her more. She's growing on me more,
I knew
Julia.
she would be. I knew she would be.
I know.
I'm honestly very concerned about Taylor Swift's safety right now, so can't really talk about her or think about her. I'm very stressed out about the Super Bowl
Oh.
because multiple TikTok psychics have said that shit's gonna go down, and I'm very worried for Taylor Swift.
Shit's gonna go down. I need to get on TikTok psychic
You should.
TikTok.
Yeah,
As much as I love that, we need to go to a psychic
I would love that.
or like tarot reading.
Yeah, we should do it. We've been saying
I
it.
know we have. We really need. Let's do it for the pod.
Okay.
No, yeah, Taylor Swift's like she's trying to distance herself. She didn't like her name being brought into things. Apparently, all allegedly, right? But so like that meeting that they had back, I think it was like April 2023 when they were talking about rewrites for the rooftop scene. Justin went to go meet Blake at her house, and it was just them two. And then Ryan and Taylor show up, and Taylor didn't know that Justin was going to be there. She just thought she was going over to hang out. So then it looked like Blake was bringing them in to intimidate him.
Ooh.
And she was like, I'm not gonna, this is like not okay. And then when the text message came out referring to her as like one of her dragons, she's like, no, this is not what I'm trying to do for you. Don't use me like this.
See, I told you she's so innocent and pure.
She is a good girl. Okay, and I also did at the Grammys. Okay, so apparently Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats' youngest son is obsessed with Taylor Swift. He's like, that's my
Oh,
girlfriend, all these things. Like, he loves her. And she was dancing with him at the Grammys. I was like,
I know, I love it so much.
my heart. Okay, she is a good girl. She's a good girl. But
She gives me so much life at award shows. Like, she is always out of her seat. She is always cheering on every single person that wins an award. She is singing and dancing to every song. Like, I love her.
I could go to the club with Taylor Swift. I mean, I'd be
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
We dance all night.
Fuck yeah.
But then I was reading that Justin's lawyers were like kind of on the fence of depositioning Taylor because if they do that, they think they would have a better chance at winning the settlement because Taylor's not going to want to go to trial. Blake and Ryan don't want to go to trial. But again, please go to trial so then I can like take off work forever and watch it every day.
Yeah, well, I highly doubt that Blake's gonna allow it to be publicized.
Yeah, so they're trying to, I think, leverage depositioning her to force them into a lawsuit, or force them into a settlement. But it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Yeah, not great.
We should all go watch Jane the Virgin and support because he was Raphael. He was like the hot guy.
Oh, okay.
On Jane the Virgin. Yeah, you never watched it. We only watched it till like season 4, I think, and then we just fell off and we haven't gotten back on it. Also, that TikTok you sent me from Celebrity Blinds about Colleen Hoover maybe suing Blake Lively because promises were made but not kept.
Interesting. I don't know. We'll see this.
I know. And then there was this blind item from like a couple weeks ago, which I'm like, blind items, hit or miss, right? But
hit or miss, but Dubois usually is all pretty on it.
Well, I feel like this is like predictable because like there's so much bad shit, but this A-list actress and her husband promised that A-list author everything would be great. Instead, things have gotten so bad the author had to deactivate all of her social media. That was already happening, so I don't think that's a surprise.
Right.
I don't know.
You don't know. It's messy.
I know.
Not a good look for.
It's not looking good for them at all, which I think I already told you, but I wanted to go back and rewatch Gossip Girl. That was going to be just a show I put on like as I was falling asleep, and now I can't.
I have been.
Oh, traitor.
I know. It's just, yeah, I was like in the mood. And kind of before everything ish. Before I actually like was paying attention. I started, now I'm just so into it, and
it's such a great show.
It is.
It's amazing. I don't know. We're on our last thing for the pod.
We are. And you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. This is why I'm watching Gossip Girl. I'm watching it for Leighton Meester.
Yep. There we go.
So, yeah.
I 100%. I love that. And Chance Crawford, because why not?
I know he's so hot. I actually, Leighton, oh yeah, I saw something that like she came from like nothing, and like she did not have money. Like she came from like lower class and like a small town, and for her to come in and play that role so well is
she's an actress of our generation.
She is a great actress. She does not get the recognition she should get.
Yeah.
And even through like her house also burned down in the Palisades fire.
And they were just on the red carpet for something for the Oscars.
Yeah.
Everyone was standing over them because Nobody Wants This was nominated, and then like everyone was like the resurgence of them. Like we're so excited.
I know. And then like the whole like what's his name?
Spencer.
Yeah.
I knew it.
And how everyone was like playing her music to help promote her. And then I would see occasionally a couple of videos that was like, Leighton's house also burned down and she also is a singer. So how about we start promoting her singing? And I did forget one of my most favorite songs is by her. And so I did go back to like Apple Music and download a few of her songs and like her album and stuff.
Oh, look at you, Miss Supportive. I forgot she was on that Good Girls Go Bad song.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't even know that one. I know she was on Country Song.
I make those good girls go bad.
She's on that song?
That's her singing. She's the lady.
No way. Oh, wow.
I know.
Aw.
That's the clip I saw of the music, was her. And then I was like, holy shit. Wild.
Yeah. You should listen to Give In to Me.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
so
I'll
good.
check it out.
It's a love song,
Oh,
but
I love a good love.
my broken heart still loves it.
We should just have like a really good cry session.
Lady, I have them like every other day.
Next podcast, Julie and I are just gonna cry.
I was crying today at work, and I was in the same room with an electrician, and so I was like trying to
No, Julia, no.
So he didn't see me crying.
He just hears like a.
Yeah.
No, Julia, no. Oh.
It's okay. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I have a little dumpster fire thing at work. It's like a little crocheted dumpster with a bunch of. It's like fire, and it's like everything's fine. I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh no, you're gonna be good. Again, 6 months from now, we're gonna be vibing. We're gonna be.
Girl, 6 months from now, we're gonna be in summertime. That's when Julia thrives.
I know.
I'm gonna be tan.
Yes.
And happy.
Tan and happy, and it's gonna be our birthday month. Like, we are gonna be.
Yeah.
Healing and thriving, as Ashley Darby says.
It's all good.
Okay.
Someone who might not be thriving right now.
What a good fucking segue.
This makes me really sad, but today rumors started that Lindsay Hubbard from Summer House and her boyfriend broke up recently. They just had a baby like a couple of months ago. Yeah. So we hate this. Yeah. I will say, like, nothing's confirmed. We don't know for sure, but what I watched or listened to, she said that, like, a close female source told her, like a reliable source, relayed this information. So,
damn.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. So then clips started circulating of a couple podcasts that she recently did. So on Not Skinny But Not Fat, she was like talking about just how life has been post baby. She said her boyfriend was on paternity leave for a bit, so that was so great because they were just together all the time. Like, they still don't live together, so it's her and Gemma, and then he comes over. But she's like, paternity leave's over, so he's back at work, and it's just Gemma and I by ourselves, which is like normal. Yeah. You know, but people in the comments were then making it a thing of like, oh my goodness, she's by herself. It's just like, well, that's what happens. Like, your leave's done, you have to go back to work. Right. So I feel like that was a stretch. But then I heard her on the Housewives Nightcap podcast. And she was like, look, I am not putting any sort of romantic pressure on my relationship because I have my baby now. That was my ultimate goal, was to have this baby. I was like, oh, well, that's like an interesting phrasing. Mm-hmm. She said she isn't thinking about an engagement or marriage. And I was like, this isn't the same Lindsay Hubbard that had the timeline for Steven. Right. And the timeline for Carl. But she said she is just living in the moment, and she is just all about her and Gemma. Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, they did get pregnant, like, really quickly.
They did. She did know him prior, also. So there's that. But, I mean, yeah. I mean, most relationships, like, or not most, but, like, I find it to be more common than one would think, or especially hope for, that relationships struggle or break in the first year or few months of having a child. Yeah. Because obviously so much changes, but also you're now seeing another side of your partner that you've never seen before. Mm-hmm. And so much can arise from that. So, yeah.
100%. But Lindsay got her baby. I can't wait to see her. I can't wait to see pregnant Lindsay on Summer House. We've never seen her sober.
I know, me too. I'm excited for it.
She's
And
gonna.
you shared that clip of Gabby at her house meeting her baby. That was so cute.
Oh, did you see Paige's Amazon Live? I just saw a
Oh my
clip.
God.
She
Yes.
she tried Lindsay's breast milk.
And she said she loved it. And she was like, honestly, it tastes like oat milk. Like, I really loved it. It was so good. She was like, if I could choose that or oat milk, like, I'll put that in my coffee.
Like, who would have ever thought that season 3 Paige would be drinking, or like Paige, who was brought to us in this time of season 3, would be drinking
Yeah,
Lindsay's breast milk. I hope they make her an
absolutely.
honorary bed rotter this season.
I love it.
I think it's cute.
I think it's so funny. Like, yeah, there's husbands out there who won't try their wives' breast milk. And we've got Paige drinking Lindsay's.
That is true girlhood.
Welcome to 2025.
Right, things I didn't think would be on my Bravo bingo card for the year, but
Just Paige and Lindsay friends, period,
just that.
Wow.
Y'all, there was so much happening this week. I know we covered as much as we could. There was just, our notes list was getting so long. We're gonna talk about all the Bravo shows this week on our weekend recording. So you'll get that Monday, maybe Sunday if I put it out before the Super Bowl. I'll see what my timing's like. But we're just gonna like talk about all of the shows on Monday. Did you watch the part 2 of the New York finale?
Yes. Yes.
There
I
were
did.
lots of fourth wall or like behind the scenes content.
Yeah, there are a lot. Yeah, I'm so happy it's over.
Yeah, it's done. And then Salt Lake City ended this week too, so we'll cover all of that in another podcast. There was just so much to talk about. We wanted to go through all that today.
Yeah,
Aw. All right. Anything else for the garbage group, Julia?
that's it for today.
Alrighty, y'all. Well, thank you again for checking out another episode of Wonderful Garbage. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. Please follow, like, subscribe wherever you're listening to this, and then follow us on social media. We'd appreciate it. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye,
Miss
Bobby.
you, Bye.